All right, hey, I'm back here at Hawes Trails, and I am out for a second ride this week. Usually I only get one ride in a week, and that's usually on Sunday, but today's finals, and you would usually think that would mean that I need more time to do some extra studying, but the only final I actually have is for my chemistry class, and I did the pre-exam on that already. I'm feeling pretty confident about that, so I'll just do some studying on Thursday and get ready for it on Friday. In the meantime, that gives me some time to ride out here. I'm not going to do the same exact route I did last time. It's going to be very similar because I'm taking Lance's Trail all the way up to here, and as you can see on that sign, I'm taking El Ap de Juarez or whatever up this to the top of Red Mountain Rush. There's one more trail in after this one called Goat. I think it's Iron Goat specifically, that takes us from El Hatul to Red Mountain Rush, but this is the kind of main path that I'm following. The difference between today and the other day is I'm not going to be doing the Twisted Sisters route because I just want to get home before it gets too dark. It is at the moment it is 12:37. Took me a little bit to get out of here because I had to do a little bit at the school first, but that's all right. This is already a little ways into the trail, so I'll just head up this way, and I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a taste for what the uphill sections are like out here at Hawes. So yeah, that's what today is going to be. Oh, and quick mention, I went back and I looked at all the footage that I got from Sunday, and I was looking at it and I realized I probably should have had the camera tilted up a little bit more so that it wasn't just a ground view the entire time. But my helmet visor, which my camera is mounted to, is tipped all the way up, and the camera mount itself is also tipped all the way up. So what I did is I changed it from a wide camera angle to a ultra wide camera angle, so hopefully that's going to capture more of the surrounding area and give it a more straight on look. That's what I'm hoping, but I'll check it once I get to the top of the trail here before I dive into Red Mountain Rush, and if I do any kind of adjusting, I'll do it then. So for now, this is the uphill section before Red Mountain Rush. Sorry if I get breathing pretty heavy there. It gets pretty steep in some areas. I'll just take a moment here and look around at the scenery a little bit. It's a pretty nice day out. It is a Tuesday, so it's not super busy, which is usually how I like things. There was one large group of e-bikers, but they were going up a different trail, so we won't see them at all today. And it was a surprisingly large group, actually. There was probably about 12 people on that one. Yeah, let me try that again. Oh, start pedaling backwards. Sometimes the uphill is a little bit more challenging and dangerous than the downhill, but usually I get this first try. Just trying to. There we go. I caught my left toe on the downstroke of my pedal, but it mostly just got the shoe, so I'm all good. Okay, so I stopped filming back there just because I wanted to save enough battery for the rest of the ride. But I looked at it, looks like we're doing pretty good, so I probably could have continued filming there. I did miss out on one of the more rough sections of the uphill, but I did save enough battery for this section, which is my favorite part of the uphill. It's probably most people's least favorite part, but I'm just kind of weird like that. Even cross country, most kids hated running uphill, but I enjoyed it because I knew that everybody else hated it, so I knew I could catch everybody else on it. But anyways, what this section is it's just some really steep, tight switchbacks up this hill. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Usually I do really well on this. Sometimes this bike is a little bit too big for the trail and it's kind of hard to get it turned around these corners, but we'll see how we do. Now we're getting into it. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's a little too big, so my rear tire caught on that slight incline in between the turn. Didn't take it wide enough to start out with. That's all right. I'm gonna shift down to my granny gear. we go. A lot of regards, you almost feel like a bear balancing on a unicycle over here. Oh, all right, not doing too bad. Yeah, really tight turns. Almost to the top. You really don't want to accidentally fall off that side. Oh, almost tipped it that time. Just a couple more. While I have my camera turned off, a group did pass me there, so that's good. They had some really nice bikes with the coil shocks on the rear, actually. I remember I was telling my dad about them. Oh. Tightest one, I think, but we made it. There's that outlook over everything. It's pretty cool. Not too bad. So this is pretty much to the top of Red Mountain Rush. This is a little like staging area almost, but like I said, it's almost to the top, not quite. There's one more trail that I have to do in between this one and Red Mountain Rush, and it's the one that they're going on now, that group over there. I don't know how well you can see them, but it's called Iron Goat, I believe. There's one that goes right across the ridge, and there's also one that goes left and on the side of the mountain there, and we're going to be doing the one that's on the left. We'll see. I think I'll leave the camera on for this section because it's also a really rough and difficult one. So I think I want to capture that, but we'll see. Hopefully battery doesn't die. It wasn't too long ago that I started it. I might have to take a stop at the top of the Red Mountain Rush to charge the battery, but that's all right. I did forget to look at my rear brake last night, but that's all right. Front one seems to still be doing good. I haven't adjusted anything. The tires are at 27 psi, which is a little higher than they were yesterday, just because I wanted to see how they would handle the climb at a higher psi. And it does make it a little bit rougher. You definitely feel all the bumps and rocks that you roll over, but it does make it easier. I'm definitely less tired than I was yesterday. But definitely, next time I'll probably run them a little bit lower because I was struggling to get traction to some of those sections that I definitely needed it. But that's all right. I'll lower my air pressure here actually. Okay, so I guess it's goat that we're going on, not iron goat. Yeah, I think I'll lower my air pressure here just because it is a bit more of a downhill section than it is an uphill. So I want to have enough traction in the corners so I don't slip out. Okay, that might be enough. Okay. That probably has me sitting still fairly high. Might do like 5 more taps. Okay, I like that. Sometimes you just gotta go with your judgment there. Looks like we got a little bit of blood. Just nailed my foot on my, not my foot, my shin on my pedal there, but that's fine. Okay, hopefully we got enough battery left to get through this. Poor judgment on that line. That's all right though. It happens. Okay, that was bad. Wasn't quite set on my pedals there. This is honestly a sketchy section right there. Yeah, okay. Let me get up here. Oh. I got enough speed to get up that. I wasn't looking far enough ahead, I didn't see it. I'll go back, try it out. Hopefully this is enough. Oh, yep, it was. Okay. Usually I can't get that section. Oh. I still didn't, but this was better than I did last time. I remember when I first did that part, Devin told me to keep my momentum up because it helps you stay stable over that rough stuff. Obviously I didn't listen too well because it's a little scary, especially when you're that close to the side of the mountain. Actually, you are on the side of the mountain. It's only about half a foot of dirt between your tires and the drop off, so yeah. Okay, so that was the end of Iron Goat. I just stopped recording just back there. I looked at the camera angles, I'm really liking them so far. I let camera charge for a little bit, and now we are at the top of Red Mountain Rush. This looks a little bit different than the top last time because I think I started recording a little bit farther down, because this really, it is the top, but there's nothing really to it until we get it down there. But I'll start recording anyways. We'll see how it goes. Let some more air out of the tires because I know it's going to be downhill from here. Probably upshift here. Make sure all my shocks and everything are unlocked. Let's try and run off the mountain. Whoa, got a little too close. Yeah, so this is where I started recording the last time. We'll just go straight through it. sketchy there. Hopefully it looks better this go around. Gives it a little bit more realistic look. We'll see. Pedal strike there. Threw my foot off balance, or threw my foot off the pedal, but let me just get up top here. Probably should go faster through those rough sections, but I mean, you look at it, it's not very appetizing. Because usually faster is smoother, but I'm not hitting that jump. But that's not me. There we go. That was pretty smooth. All right, let's just keep going. Here's a little hop, but oh, almost leaned a little much into that rock. Caught my rear tire on that little hop there. Good thing that wasn't a big one. Oh. Ah. Sweet. Everything's still holding up good. Oh, got a big rock there. Hit my shin. Oh. All right, almost to the bottom here. There's that visor again. Not gonna that jump, didn't have enough speed. That's all right though. I think my air pressure, my shocks might be a little bit high. Well, that's all right. Good jump. Not bad. I didn't mention this earlier, but I think having the camera angle mounted the way it is helps encourage me to keep my head up when I'm riding, because generally I usually look down, but I think if I keep it the way it is, then that's going to encourage me to keep my head up, which in turn is going to get better video and train me to be a little bit better rider. So I think I'll keep the camera the way it is now, and I'll just get better as well. Might be gripping the handles a little bit too hard. That was a good hop. Feeling a lot better this time than I was last. Got off to a little rough start today, but feel way better now. All right, sweet, and this is where we end Red Mountain Rush. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope the camera angle was better. Let's see what our time was for that. I didn't pause my watch as we were going, so it's gonna be a little bit off. But I think we started, honestly, not too long ago. It says my first lap is 17 minutes, but I don't think it counted everything. Yeah, I'll have to go back and check to see what my total time was there. But from here, what I will be doing is I will be following High Noon all the way back. The previous time I followed Wild Horse all the way back. But if you watch the whole video, I mentioned how High Noon is the faster way to get through that to that intersection that takes you to the top of Red Mountain and also to the parking lot. So I'm gonna take High Noon back, just cut down a little bit of the time. High Noon and Wild Horse, from what I remember, are pretty identical trails, so it won't be too exciting. It'll be a nice quiet ride back. Looks like I think I kept a little bit extra tire pressure in my wheels, so I'll be a little less exhausted, so that'll be nice. But anyways, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.